Every morning, from her small home in Virginia, Mrs. Evelyn Carter would stand by her window. Her hands would be clasped tightly over her chest as she watched the sun rise. It was a ritual, a silent prayer, as if the warmth of the light could somehow reach her son. Captain Ryan Carter, stationed thousands of miles away in a desolate desert. The uniform he wore filled her with a profound sense of pride, but beneath it, her heart ached with a constant gnawing worry. Every letter, every phone call felt like a fragile thread. The only thing keeping her connected to him across an ocean of distance and danger. Ryan had always been a brave soul, even as a little boy. He was the one who stood up for his friends on the playground, the one who would help a stranger without a second thought. He carried a sense of responsibility that seemed far beyond his years. But his decision to join the United States Army had been the ultimate test, not just for him, but for Evelyn as well. The memory of the night he left for basic training was etched into her mind. They stood at the airport, holding each other in a long, tight embrace. "Be safe, my son," she had whispered, fighting to hide the tears that threatened to fall. "And know that no matter what, I'm so proud of you." As the months stretched on, Evelyn's days fell into a steady rhythm of worry and hope. Every news report from that distant region made her heart skip a beat. She saw him navigating the immense challenges of the battlefield, making life-and-death decisions under unimaginable pressure, and protecting the soldiers who looked to him for leadership. She imagined his courage, his unwavering dedication, and the countless silent sacrifices he made every single day. She knew there were stories he couldn't tell, burdens he couldn't share, and that silent understanding was a weight she carried with him. One afternoon, a letter arrived, its postmark a smudge from a world away. It was from Ryan. His handwriting, familiar and comforting, filled the pages. He described the harsh, biting desert winds that never seemed to stop, the long, lonely nights under a blanket of unfamiliar stars, and the constant crushing pressure of leadership. But woven between these lines of hardship, she felt the unmistakable warmth of his love. "Mum," he wrote, "I think of you every single day. Your voice, your hugs, they're what give me strength out here. I may be far away, but your love is always with me, guiding me through every challenge." Evelyn held the letter close to her chest, the thin paper becoming damp as tears streamed down her face. They weren't just tears of worry, but tears of a profound, complicated love. In that moment, she realized her pride was completely intertwined with her fear. They were two sides of the same coin. She had raised a son of immense courage, a true hero in her eyes, but she knew that courage came at a steep price. She could no longer shield him from the dangers of the world as she had when he was a boy, but she could support him with her unwavering, unconditional love. A silent force she hoped could reach him across the miles. The months turned into a full year. The seasons changed outside her window, each one marking more time that her son was away. And then the news came. Ryan was returning home. He was battle-hardened, she knew, but he was whole. The day he arrived, Evelyn waited at the airport, her heart pounding with an anticipation that overshadowed a year of anxiety. As he stepped off the plane, a figure in uniform, she ran to him. She didn't walk. She ran and held him in an embrace that felt like it could mend all the broken pieces of her worried heart. Looking at him, she saw the changes etched into his face. There was a new determination in his eyes, a quiet strength that hadn't been there before, and the undeniable weight of experiences she could never fully understand. Yet, beneath it all, she saw her son, the same boy she had nurtured, the brave and kind soul who had carried her love with him across miles of sand and through unimaginable danger. He was home. That evening, they sat together in the familiar comfort of their living room. As the light faded outside, Ryan began to share some of his stories. He spoke not of glory, but of brotherhood, of difficult choices, and of the simple moments of humanity he found in the midst of conflict. Evelyn listened, her heart swelling with a mix of pride and humility. She realized then that the sacrifices of a soldier were not just made on the battlefield. They were shared silently, deeply, by the family waiting at home. Her pride was inseparable from her worry. Her love was a shield stretched across every single mile. In the quiet of that night, long after Ryan had gone to sleep in his old room, Evelyn whispered a prayer of gratitude. Her son had returned safely, and for that she was endlessly thankful. But it was more than that. He had shown the world, and most importantly, he had shown her what it truly means to be brave. His courage wasn't just in the uniform he wore, but in the heart that beat beneath it, a heart she had helped shape, a heart that was now finally home. Thank you for watching. If this story touched your heart, please like, share, and subscribe for more content that honors our heroes and their families. We'll see you in the next one.